The next generation automation capable workforce is built off of your innovation.
Hello everyone and welcome to the MFG Advocate on IMTS TV. I'm Penny Brown, today talking to Ted Rozier, the Engineering Development Manager at Festo Didactic. How are you, Ted?
I'm doing very well, Penny.
Good. So I know you've got a long history in manufacturing. We're here to talk about workforce development today. So just for everyone out there, give us a background of what you've done in this industry.
Yes, for 18 years I've been in the automation manufacturing business. When we talk about CNCs and the integration of robots, it's what I specialized in. And I am very excited to be on the workforce development side of the business now, working with community colleges, universities. At Festo Didactic, we provide training modules for the manufacturing industry. So our training modules are built to industry standard, helping to close that skill gap that we see, especially in the US right now when trying to bring manufacturing back.
Sure. So, I mean, I know Festo, you guys do a lot of really cool robots, people that, have maybe seen some cool technology with robots that do things like they look like an elephant's trunk or they move like animals. So that's a really good way to get kids interested in the industry. So how do you move them beyond just robots into other spaces in manufacturing?
Yes. One of the nice things about, like you mentioned, when you look at animals' creation, and then you allow creation to inspire automation. Mm-hmm. That's something that grabs the attention of young students. It allows their mind to look at something like an elephant trunk, okay? And at the end of that elephant trunk, there is a gripper. So they're able to relate the two worlds, which allows their minds to really expand, and they're open for the next generation, or not so much the next generation, but we're looking to inspire young ones for tomorrow's innovation.
Now, beyond kids, do you find that parents and teachers are receptive to this kind of message as well?
Currently, when you talk about manufacturing, parents think that it's a dirty job. So right now, our job is to bring parents, get into the school system, but to bring parents up to speed, help them to understand that right now, automation, manufacturing has to do with a lot of analytics. Right now, everyone loves to use their cell phones or their smart devices to interact, okay? Parents have to understand that where automation is going, that those students aren't in a nasty, dirty environment where there's chips and coolant, but where the technicians, the engineers of tomorrow are going to be anticipating what the automation needs to do. They're going to be using their minds more now on software, using those smart devices in a very high level, although we love to create dashboards that students can interact with. So the dashboards would be a nice interface that sits on top of maybe some in-depth code, but this really attracts their attention.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know in some of our previous conversations, you had talked about working specifically with Germans. It kind of trained you into the industry. And obviously, in Germany and Switzerland, and some countries like that, they have good apprenticeship programs. And just in general, it seems like trades are very valued there. So what is it that maybe the lessons, what could the U.S. learn from places like that as far as trying to bring that sort of workforce development here?
Well, one of the things everyone's accustomed to is the statement, measure twice, cut once. And that's one of the things that I learned from the Germans. Although they think about tomorrow, they're very analytic and precise. From the start of my career in being trained, just as a technician, making sure that you use the proper tools each day, at the end of the workday, putting those tools back, cleaning those tools, everything has a spot. Okay, that allows each discipline, and especially now where the call for mechatronics is very strong. Mechatronics meaning mechanical, electrical, software, all in one. If a student learns each one of these disciplines, mechanical first, or it can be electrical, but if they go through these 3 disciplines and they learn each one, and they learn to be very specific, what happens is eventually the blinders open up for them. And that's when that great engineer comes out. So yes, getting back to the way that I was brought up in the industry, I was taught to be very specific, and all the way down to tools, putting them away. It's very, very specific.
So you're here actually to talk about some kind of the challenges with automation and technology and the workforce, or maybe current workforce issues. What specifically are those kind of challenges that you're seeing?
Currently, again, going back to the call for mechatronics, there is a huge demand right now for service technicians in the industry, and students that are not raised to think that I am a mechanic, I am an electrician, or I am just software. Right now there is a demand for that mechatronics field. The mechatronics field is growing, and it's a rock solid foundation for tomorrow's automation. We talk about Industry 4.0. This is a German initiative, and it's very exciting. But in order to thrive in that environment, that mechatronics foundation has to be established.
Sure. So if there's one message that you're going to give to youth about careers in manufacturing and the opportunities there, what would that be?
Automation is very exciting. And when you look into the manufacturing shop floor today, a lot of young ones think that it's a dirty job. It's not. Automation for tomorrow has to do with using your minds. It's a clean environment. There are obstacles, but it's very exciting.
Well, Ted, thank you so much for your time today. This has been Penny Brown for the MFG Advocate on IMTS TV. Be sure to check out our blog at mfgadvocate.com.